Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Etheridge. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Cincinnati's offense takes the field. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him
turning it on. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle, it's Pickett. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Bearcats are on the move. The give is to Williams. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Bearcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Sets up the screen. There he goes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He'll bring it out. It's Valentine. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Last completion. The give is to Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He has the first and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. So first down here as they go back to work. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The play action fake. Heaves it on the run. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. BYU has this offense clicking. Power ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, would they try to throw it again on 3rd and 1? He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially...
Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. To the air, it's Kinsey. With the catch, it's Jones. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Quick spin on the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. and wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Kinsey. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Throwing right. He makes a catch. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Simmons. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Trying to ball his way in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half. So find something really quick that you can go to.
Now improvising. He's going to take off, ripping through the defense. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. to pass. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Across the 25. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to slam it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
The Bearcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grab behind the line. It's Valentine. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Nakua. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Valentine. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
Touchdown Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Etheridge. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Off play action on first down. And the defense got him at the 27.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that thing. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Got it in the middle. It's Jones. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Catch in the middle. It's Pickett. Turning it on. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. To the air, it's Kinsey. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Never a doubt. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. It's a draw. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Here's a Heat. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese?
There he goes. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Might as well stick with him. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive and to do that, Dave.
Balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kicking.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Sideline. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Quick release on the RPO. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. Hauls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. From the gun. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tough. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Flushed out of the pocket. A strike downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. BYU with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Snagged in the middle, it's Pickett. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He'll try to do it himself. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week to week.